What's an happy day, I hear you ask? Well, that must be obvious. It's a day in SE16, Bermondsey and New Cross as well. Ultimately, Watcham and Lions under 21s play Huddersfield. I've got me lucky hat on, I've got me lucky trainers on, so let's get up there and we'll take in a few other places on the way. Come on in. You kind of get the impression the other evening against, was it Andorra, ain't the kind of way they wanted their campaign to get off to a start, is it? Especially not how Harry missed that open goal. Ever wondered why Surrey Canal Road is so straight? Well, that's because 54 years ago it was a canal when this country had a shipping industry. So here we are again, the place of every Millwall fan's heartache and dreams. I'll leave you to decide which one we've had the more of. I know which one I'd chose over the years. Seems to me we're doing an awful lot behind the scenes, but we ain't spending that much money on players. What do I know, eh? Right, so about 10 minutes before kick-off, word on the street has it that Derek Matsusaku, the young lad who came from the second division French team, is starting, and Reece Bangor-Williams is captaining the team, and let's hope this is going to be his final step back to fitness. Not really so much bothered about the score this afternoon, but the way the team perform. We've got a history of making very good youth teams and then selling them on to other people. There seems to be a disconnect between this level and getting to the big time. Let's see if we can't change that, eh? Come on, you Lions. I won't lie, I don't know a thing about Huddersfield's youth team, can't about their first team either. Red card for the lad just walking towards the dugouts. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Pulled back our lad as he was cutting into the area. Personally, I thought it was in the area, but it's right on the line. Here comes the free kick. Just past the post. By the way, look at their number 9. Doesn't he look like a certain Josh Coburn? I've got to say it, sorry, but he does. Alright there, quick half-time word from the Dean. Score's really immaterial, but it's 2-0 to us, although it's been a funny half. Until we actually scored, Huddersfield looked a better side. They're bigger and physical, and they got that geezer at number 9 who looks for all the world like Josh Coburn, but for the convenience of this video we're going to call him Lee Chapman. And when the score was 1-0, I should say the first goal was scored by it's a lovely finish by the number 3 Sasha Vieira. Cross came in, wasn't quite cleared. He took it first time on his right foot and curled it into the top corner. Lovely goal. Just after that though, they had a cross which was deflected, and Lee Chapman was about 1/8 of an inch away from getting his head to that, which could have changed the scores. Reece Bangor-Williams is playing down the middle. Now that's an interesting little twist, isn't it? He's playing a kind of a sweeper come Matthias Sammer type role, for you remember him, and it could be that he's being groomed to do that. Who can tell? But he's keeping out of trouble anyway. Well, I say that, he's got a yellow card. Having said that, they have a red card for pulling back off striker AJ Matthew as he was cutting into the box. so that's going to make it a whole new ball game in the second half. But the second goal was quite extraordinary. The number 6, Elias Mansa, another half-cleared corner. He took it mid-air, scissor kick from just outside, or inside rather, the box, and it curled away from the keeper, who had no chance whatsoever. As always, the youth team look accomplished, they look polished, they're well drilled, and if only we could, as I said at the start, get these players into the first team and not have to sell them on. But anyway, half time here, 2-0, and we're playing the better of the two teams. Bermondsey Bites live from the Den. Please like and subscribe. Second half begins. Now, why can't the first team start like that? Referee just missed a stonewall penalty. Total numpties, and training them here, obviously. And that up there, the keeper, he's got a good voice on him, he's organising things on the pitch. Not a bad performance all round so far, but the game's dying as a spectacle a little bit, because it's 11 against 10 and they ain't coming out of their shells. But you never know. Come on, you lads. That's about as close as Huddersfield have come in the entire game. Frankie Baker, I think his name was, the number 10, missed a chance that looked easy at score, they'd had to miss a few minutes ago, but not a lot has happened in this half. That lad number 2 there has acquitted himself superbly. He ain't put a foot wrong, and he could play like Tristan Crammer in the middle or on the full-back. Superb player, George Beaumont. Bermondsey Bites, a London Bridge service, a very noisy London Bridge service for this time of the afternoon. Just to sum up of what we saw earlier, lovely happy day out. We won it 2-0. Scoreline's immaterial though. Casper Lindor was the keeper. He was a very commanding voice on the field. And the 3 players, unsurprisingly, that stood out were Jack Howland, who just drifted past players and into another gear as if it was absolute ease. That boy's a real find. Reece Bangura-Williams didn't really show a lot of himself. He just kept out of heavy tackles, and as I say, the most interesting thing was he played down the middle. And Derek Matsu, let's just say the French lad we signed, he didn't do a lot. He just looked as if he was still finding his feet. They were all taken off on the hour, and then number 16, who looked like a stockier version of Billy Mitchell, came on and played in midfield, only out wider, and he did look impressive. He broke up the play a lot, and he is, if we can hold on to him, going to be another in the Billy Mitchell mould who can rough it with people. And as for roughing it, yeah, Huddersfield got a red card in the first half. Wasn't anything nasty, it was just pulling a player back. And in the second half, the game really fizzled out. I mean, I've made little comments all the way through. I did say their best chance was that free kick. That's not fair. They did have one cleared off the line, but really we just settled for what we got. Pardon me. We just settled for what we got, and Huddersfield, to be fair to them, didn't go into a shell and think let's not concede anymore. They actually did come at us, so credit for them too. Right, before a very loud train comes along, I'll say, hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Come on, you Lions. And we'll see you at the Addicts. Christian Slater.